Hello, everyone. My name is Feliciano Guimarães. I'm the Academic Director of CEBRI. First, I'd like to thank Global Perspectives and HSS for inviting me to record this video for you. And I was requested to give my impressions of my first participation as a CEBRI representative to the Munich Security Conference that happened a couple weeks ago in Munich. So as I said, it was my first participation in MSC. First, it was a very well-organized, a very impressive international security meeting. But from a global South perspective and a Brazilian perspective, I have to say that I was a little bit concerned with all the discussions and the panels and the issues on the panels that were put together at the Munich Security Conference. As you know, Brazil is far away from the main conflicts of either the Gaza war or the war in Ukraine. We're indirectly affected by these two wars, but we are now so close to the problem. So by listening and watching all the panels, I had the feeling that especially in the war in Ukraine, we're facing a long war between Russia and NATO countries, and this will affect us in the long term. So from that perspective, I think Brazil has a very important role in trying to design and implement a foreign policy in which we will not exacerbate the situation in Ukraine and the situation and the competition between NATO and Russia. I think Brazil has to play a role of bridge builder between these two sides of the world, being a member of a BRICS country that allows Brazil and it gives Brazil credit on that regard, but also being part of the West in a way also allows Brazil to play a minor role, of course, of a bridge builder between these two, between Russia and the NATO, as I said. Brazil is hosting the G20 this year. We already see the effects of the war in Ukraine and the Gaza war and the negotiations of the G20, both on the finance track and the Sherpa track. A couple of weeks ago, we hosted the meeting of the finance track in Sao Paulo, and the last minute, the declaration was not issued because of a problem with the war in Ukraine and how you could word that in the final declaration. And all the issues discussed at the tables were related to finance, not a geopolitical problem per se. So that's a challenge for Brazil. I think we're going to be able to, at the end of the G20, the summit in Rio in November, to come up with a declaration that is encompassing and important for the global South and from Brazil, but it's a challenge ahead. So thank you very much again. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to Global Perspectives and the HSS on this video. Bye-bye.